It's another month. It's another video. Let's have a look at the films and TV shows that I have watched in the month of May. First thing that I watched this month, obviously, it has to be the best Morbin film in the world, okay? Morbius. I was just hearing way too much about it. It sold 1 more billion tickets, so it's like the highest grossing film of all time. So I just had to see it. Everyone was saying it was the best film of all time, and I watched it. And it was. There's just so many iconic moments in this film. So many iconic lines, like it's Morbin Time. Oh my god. It was so emotional and it was so impactful. And I was shaking. Oh my god. This film was just so amazing. It's the best Morbin film that I've watched in my life. I'm going to dedicate this score to the iconic moments where Doctor Who dances to the Have Sex song. 69 out of 10. And then I watched Moon Knight. Like I said last month, I think this show might just be the best MCU show we've got so far. I just really enjoyed it for the most part. Episode 5 was just really great, really emotional. A great character study overall. And then episode 6 was kind of a dodgy finale. It didn't wrap things up as good as I would like it to. The finale just didn't have enough time to flesh enough characters out, and I just felt a bit rushed. Overall, as a show, I think I'd give this an 8.5. And then I watched Breaking Bad season 5. This is just some of the best media ever. It's just a phenomenal conclusion to a phenomenal series. It wraps everything up perfectly. It's tense, it's emotional. What more can I say? It's a 10 out of 10, maybe 11 out of 10. And then I watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm a big fan of the original Spider-Man trilogy, and I just like Sam Raimi's style, his campy and cheesy style, whilst also having great character development and heart. And this film is just really Sam Raimi, and I just really love it. I like how it delves into horror in this film as well, especially with Wanda. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I like the new characters introduced, like America Chavez. I think she's a great addition. I like her relationship with Doctor Strange throughout the film as well. I just think Wanda is really well written in this film, and I like how her character arc is continued from WandaVision. I do think the pacing maybe moved a little bit too fast at points though. When Wanda turned evil, it was very sudden. It didn't really take her that long to like go straight evil and like wreak havoc. And also the writing is a bit weird at points. Obviously, like I said, I do like Sam Raimi's cheesy writing style, but sometimes it does take away from the film a bit. But overall, I think this is a great addition to the MCU and just a great addition to Sam Raimi's filmography in general. So overall, I'd give this film an 8.5, I think. And then I watched season 1 of Better Call Saul, the spin-off prequel to Breaking Bad. And I really enjoyed this first season. It's not as fast-paced and as tense as Breaking Bad, but instead it gives characters time to develop more. Especially Mike, who had some really good moments in this season. I love the return of Tuco at the start, but he kind of disappears after like episode 2, so that was kind of disappointing. I like seeing Jimmy try to become the lawyer that he wants to be, and I like his relationship with all the characters, like with Chuck and Kim. And obviously this show has the same flair that Breaking Bad does, with the writing, the cinematography, the sound design, the soundtrack. It's just all the things that you want to see in a Breaking Bad show. So overall, I'd give this season a 9.5. And then I watched Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I really enjoyed this film. I haven't watched any episodes of the original show, but I don't really think I had to. It's just got a really fun and simple storyline. This film was just cameo galore, and I get that it can be like overbearing for some people. I didn't mind it. It kept me entertained without taking me away from like the main plot of the story. And there's some cameos in this film that actually contribute to the main plot of this film as well, like Ugly Sonic. The voice acting is great, and there's some really funny jokes and gags in this film as well. It's just a really short, sweet film. Came to a pretty satisfying conclusion. I thought it was pretty good. I'd give it a 8 out of 10. And then I watched Jackass 4.5, like all the other 4.5s. It's really interesting seeing interviews with cast and crew, and obviously the stunts that didn't make it into the main film. But again, it's a kind of behind the scenes documentary. There were some highlights for me though, like the skydiving prank. I thought that was really funny. I'm not sure if I'm going to rate it because I didn't rate any of the other 0.5s. And I watched The Bad Guys. I really enjoyed this film. The animation is really amazing. I really like the style. It felt a bit similar to Mitchell's vs. Machines. It's just visually stunning. The voice acting all round was pretty good as well, especially from Sam Rockwell. I do love a bit of Sam Rockwell. He voices the wolf. The characters in this film are really unique and interesting as well. I know this is like loosely based on a book, but I love the storyline of these bad guys. Oh god, I really have to read this out. I was going to read out this line in my script, but it's just too hard. I know it's based on a book, but I like the storyline of these bad guys who at first pretend to be good guys in front of a supposed good guy, but the good guy turns out to be a bad guy, and the bad guys have to be good guys to capture the bad guy. That was a tongue twister and a half. I did think the plot was a little bit predictable at points though, especially when the hamster turned out to be evil. We've seen this in so many films before, like Zootropolis and Hoodwinked. And there was some low-level humour in this film, like fart jokes. And there might be a bit of vor. Oh, hell no. And maybe some furry bait. Get your ass on, overall, I give this film an 8.5. And then I watched Better Call Saul Season 2. It's not as good as the first season, but I still really love this. I like how the tensions rise between Jimmy and Chuck, and like they're out for one another now. I like how Mike's story develops as well, and I like all of the side quests he's going on. I just think the pacing is a little bit off at some points in the season, and there's some storylines that I don't really care about. Yeah, I give it a 9. And I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. This movie was so crazy, but in a really good way. The concept is just really amazing. At least some really funny and emotional scenes. Like, they managed to make a parody of Ratatouille, like nearly made me cry. The acting is phenomenal as well, especially from Kei-hun Kwan. Is that how you pronounce his name? He was actually one of the Goonies. That was interesting to see. The visuals are just amazing, and I like how the visuals are used to convey the different universes. And I like the use of aspect ratio changes as well to show like tone changes and universe changes and all that. It left an impact on me similar to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is obviously my second favourite film of all time, my first being obviously Morbius. All around, it's just a really phenomenal film. I'd give it a 10. So those are all of the films that I've watched in the month of May. I'm currently watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm on the second episode so far and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not the biggest fan of the prequels, but I do love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I like how he reprises his role in this show. I do like how Leia is introduced in this show as well, a young Leia. I'm just really enjoying it so far. And I'm also watching Better Call Saul Season 3. I already knew Gus was going to make a return, judging by like the artwork on Netflix, but I absolutely loved his reveal, and I like how things are getting really bad for Jimmy now, and everything's getting really tense. And yeah, I'm just really loving this season so far. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, if you didn't, please leave a dislike, and I will see you